Morning, and welcome to Mana Inspiration by me, Noden Dorns. First off, we're going to start off with the scripture. Our scripture today is First Corinthians 3:16 through 17. And what it reads is, do you not know that you are God's temple and that God's Spirit dwells in you? If anyone destroys God's temple, God will destroy him, for God's temple is holy, and you are that temple. That makes me think of, if we are God's temple, the question, are you taking care of yourself? Um, it goes along with this phrase, I think, is we need to help ourselves in order to help others. And I think the only way we're able to help others is by making ourselves stronger, taking care of ourselves. Now, there is a saying from Maya Angelou. It says, as you grow older, you will discover that we have two hands. One is for helping yourself out, the other is for helping others. I think that's very beautiful because I 100% agree. To give you kind of an example of kind of helping yourself, I heard this off of a Tony Robbins as a metaphor, and they explain oxygen mask. So if you're flying and all of a sudden you hit crazy turbulence, you hit that pocket where all of a sudden you're bouncing around, everything's going off, the lights in the airplane, if you ever went through it, oxygen mask will fall down. If anything of any emergencies, the very first thing they ever tell you is to admit the oxygen to yourself first. Then you're able to admit it to your child, the person next to you, your significant other. The only reason why they say that is because you can't help anybody if you know you don't have any oxygen. So I 100% agree with, of course, helping others is very important. But in order to help others, we have to throw on that oxygen mask. We have to breathe ourselves. We have to be able to give. I was told one time is, in order to give more of yourself, you have to replace that with a lot of the balance, a lot of replacing, so you're not feeling you're getting taken advantage of. You feel like people are taking from you. Because if you give, if you're a giver, you love to do it. That's your heart. Now, there's a saying that I love to say, and it says, you find yourself when you lose yourself to the service of others. That's what helped me with a lot of mine, is the balance and kind of creating the new me, I would say, and separating from my old life and my old self into the new person I could be. Now, during last year, everybody was going through, I would say, a tough patch, being stuck at home and everything. So I decided to do one thing, is try to work on myself more. Now, what I was taught is something from Robin Sharma, and it's called the Four Interior Empires. What this does is really help you work on all aspects of a balanced life. Your first is your mindset, which is your psychology. Second is your heart set, which is your emotionality. Third is your health set, which is your physicality. Fourth is your soul set, which is the spirituality. Now, to kind of go break down each one of these, your mindset psychology, everybody, they talk about mindset. I heard a thing on Robin Sharma talking about, you can have the strongest mindset, but if you're not balanced out in other areas, then you tend to fail. There's an empty victory. Nobody likes getting to the finish line and feeling like, was that it? That's really kind of, it sucks in layman's terms, and just basic. Now, your mindset, it consists of your reading, your learning, Basically, reflecting, meditation, visualization, your influences, your performances. If we work on our actual, break it down and work on our mindset, prepare ourselves, we get to be stronger individuals. Now, there's a lot of people that talk about mindset. So if you don't, I definitely, don't know how to get that mindset, start to look into it, start to research on developing a better mindset, changing your direction of your focus. Now, your next is your heart set. This is where I would say I had a lot of trouble with. This is kind of dealing with hurts, dealing with healing your wounds, your emotions, your gratitude, what you're appreciative for. I started really working on this and trying to not be that standoffish, even though sometimes it comes off that way. And if it does, if I ever talk to anybody and it does come off a little bit harsh, it's because my heart set is in it, and usually it's a lot of, it's like I debriefing. It's like if you're coming back from war, the soldiers don't go directly back to their family. They have to get everything in order and they start getting mentally prepared to go back to society. So I think that's processing your hurts, processing everything you went through. Now, heart set is the next one, it's your third. It basically is, oh, I mean, health set, sorry. It goes through your exercise, your nutrition. There was a saying, if you're depleted, you're not able to help anybody. So what good are you? So this is where start working on yourself. I started working 5, 6 years ago on my health, my body, becoming that better you, becoming a healthier eater. There's still a little bit of bad habits I have, but the main thing is changing completely and living the lifestyle. I believe there's a difference between going on a diet and actually having a healthy lifestyle. I think it's the continuous motion of wanting to do that, wanting to, and the only way you can do that is finding things you like. Trial and error. That's what I did. Try things. If you don't like it, throw it out. Keep doing it more and more. It's like I said before with the magician box. Just keep trying until things work. That's all it takes. Now, your last one is your soul set. This is what I think is what it comes down to on what life's about. Everybody has their own definition, but me, myself, I was taught that a lot of it is your contribution. What are you giving? What is your legacy? What is, I would say, your shortness of the lifespan? If you can break that down, um, to kind of break it down into a little simpler terms to make it seem like um, actually shorter. So let's just say you go on 20, let's say a fishing trip every year for the next 20 years. Now, that's 20 years of fishing trips. But if you break it down and you take one a year, that's actually only 20 trips. Imagine you only have maybe 20 years to live. So imagine you only have those 20 times to experience in those moments. This is where we got to sit back, hit the reflection, see exactly what we're doing to help work on your character, build yourself up. Now, I asked the question in the beginning, are you taking care of yourself? Since you're going to, now what can you do with the tools handed to you to take care of yourself? What are you going to act on? What are you going to sit here and pursue? Are you going to continue to live the same lifestyle? They say insanity, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. This is now where start working on different stuff. Start working on all those balanced things in your life. That way you're able to continuously grow, continuously contribute, continuously fill with your heart, and continuously have a strong mind. You know, I think that's really all we should work on especially in these times where it's getting closer to Christmas. I think we live in these moments that we appreciate. There's very small increments of those moments that flashes, and that's what we need to absorb and soak in. But on that note, soak in your moment, guys. Live fully, live all out. If this is your last day or was your last day, how would you want to push through it? How do you want to live? How do you want to really focus on bettering yourself so you're able to help somebody? Your body is your temple. So, how are you taking care of this temple that God provided for you? So, I love you guys. Um, you have a blessed week. Aloha. And I love you guys again. Thank you for everybody supporting. Like the message, subscribe, share it with others. Definitely get the word out. All I'm trying to do is let people know that you're not alone on this transition you're trying to make, or if you're thinking about changing your lifestyle. Success leaves clues. That's all I do is follow others that help make the change. And definitely, if this helps, share it with others so they can help follow and make the change in their lives. But again, you guys have a blessed day, a blessed week, and aloha. Take it easy, guys.